Well, hey, everybody, getting ready for tonight's live call-in show. Scotty is not here, so it's going to be you and me. So get a cold beverage and hang out for the next hour, and let's talk Disney. Get a few things set up here, and we'll get started shortly. Let me know you're here so I can give you a shout out here in the chat. Hello, Margie, and hello to Melissa and Jay and the girls down in Florida. Living in Mickey's backyard, and I wish I could be at that Mexican place down the street from you guys tonight because it was so good. Was it Cafe Azul? Oh, so good. Man, that place was good. We'll be down Thursday. Thursday. I head out on the fantasy on July 6th. Not that I'm counting the days. Love that ship. I've decided the fantasy is my favorite ship. Agave Azul. Yeah, I should probably stay away from any kind of blue drinks. Oh, good. You're going to be there Friday. Sweet. Yes. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, so wear a Hawaiian shirt. We're just going to kind of hang out here till the top of the hour, and then we will start the show rolling. Probably won't have many people tonight. We might cut it short. Hey, Justin, out in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like the Dream, yeah, I've been on the Dream the most too. I think I like the Fantasy the best just because I've only been on it once, and I love the Dream and the Fantasy ship layout the best. The Fantasy just seems fancier. I don't know. I guess because I haven't been on it as much. Let me see here. I'll check something. Let's see. Be our guest pod. Bermuda. That sounds cool. Yeah, we're doing the Eastern, which I've never done. So it's kind of the same. Never been out that way. Like you don't even get off, like you sail away and you don't even get to your first port of call till day 3. I love that. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Good evening to Andrew on Facebook, and happy Labor Day to you. We just had a family birthday party with about 20 folks, and everybody just left. Yeah, same way. All the sea days. Same way. I love sea days. We could talk about that tonight. Hello, Sherry on Facebook. Hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend. Oh my gosh, there's only 16 weeks until Christmas. Yes, I do follow an account on Twitter that tells me that. Well, hey, it's 6 o'clock. We don't have that many people here tonight, but it's a holiday weekend. So let's do this. Should I change? I'll be transparent with you. Should I change the channel now or wait till 6:30 to turn on the football game? I'll wait till 6:30. Oh, Teresa's here from up in Ann Arbor. 7 days till you're in the world. So you have to get through this week, which will be a 4-day week, hopefully for you at work. So that shouldn't be too bad. All right, let's do this thing. It's gonna be a little different because Scott's not here. It'll be like old school, but let's have some fun. Maybe a shorter show, but that's okay. That's okay. As many shows as we put out, that is. Oh, and check this out. Deanna is at the Grand Floridian, and I'm sitting. I mean, I love the BOGP studios. Don't get me wrong. This is my little piece of heaven right here. I can make my lights fade. If I can find my remote. And stuff like that. But I'm not at the Grand Floridian like Deanna. She can go over to the Grand Flo Cafe, get some butter, that chicken meal. She can go over to Gasparilla's and get some good food. She could hop on the monorail, be over at Captain Cook's, Magic Kingdom, having fun. Do. Yeah, Melissa's just skip and jump right across the way there. Okay, let's see what happens tonight. Oh, and she just had Gasparilla. See, look at that. Great minds, right? I know. Yeah, Sherry, I hear you. Sometimes it's a hard sell. All right, let's do this. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, September 3rd, Labor Day weekend 2023. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com. And of course, one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Sunday evening to you and happy Labor Day weekend to everyone here in the United States of America. And if you're tuned in from somewhere outside of the States, yes, we are having a 3-day weekend, which we kind of call the unofficial end to summer here in the States. And a lot of folks get out to the lake one last time, maybe go to the local amusement park, maybe get out on the boat one more time, do the summer stuff one last time. And of course, if you live where I live, it'll still be hot for another 6 weeks. So it's not like you have to put away the shorts after tomorrow, even though you're not supposed to wear white pants, I think, after tomorrow. But I'm never, as you have, if you follow me on social media, you can tell that I am not a slave to fashion. I have no clue what's going on when it comes to looking good with clothes. As a matter of fact, we went to a football game on Friday night, 2.5 hours away, had to hustle, all kinds of extenuating circumstances at the end of the school day. Had to get the girls all kind of places. Then we had to drive 2.5 hours to the football game to get to the game on time. We're hustling. We're trying to get everybody where they need to be. We get there. It's a huge football game against another great team in the state. My daughter, I roll up. She says, what's dad have on? He's wearing blue on blue. I had on blue jeans with my blue Francis Howell shirt because our school colors are blue and gold. So again, not a slave to fashion, but I didn't know that I couldn't wear blue on blue. But that's dad life right here, right? I mean, that's just being a dad. So, that's just part of what I live through at this point. But I hope you're having a great weekend. We are going to talk Disney at 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. You might notice my wingman is missing tonight. Scotty G is in Cincinnati, Ohio. I just checked him out on Find My Friends. I got to keep track of him, make sure he is okay all the time. He does the same for me. That's what we do as brothers. And he looks like he's in some kind of a town square. I don't know if he's in a parade. Maybe they know that they have the famous hashtag Scotty G in their town, and he is leading some sort of a processional through this suburb of Cincinnati. It did look like he was, moving at about walking speed, and it was through like a little square. So I'm imagining that possibly he's on a float. Maybe he's walking and handing out candy or shaking hands. Maybe he's running for office in Ohio. I don't know the circumstances. We'll have to find out next week, but that's where he is, and he'll join us. Oh, actually, next Sunday we will not have a live call-in show because we're going to be on the air on Saturday. So 6 days from now from Give Kids the World. So join us noon to 6 Eastern. Please join us to call in and donate to the folks at Give Kids the World. And you can get some amazing items. We have auction items up for grabs for you. I know we have one of those web slingers little robot spiders that you can get. We have some of those Loungefly backpacks that are exclusives you can get. We're giving away a trip to Walt Disney World. Who wants to go to Walt Disney World? And at a great price where you give all the money to Give Kids the World. That's a win-win-win. And we're going to have special guests on the show from noon to 6. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to be taking your calls for the entire 6 hours as well. So please, if you can't be with us at the Village, and if you are in Orlando, catch an Uber. Come on over to the Village. It's about 10 minutes away from Walt Disney World. Just type in Give Kids World. Come on over. We have a big room there. Come on over, say hi. We'll get you on the air with us right there on the show. And we'd love to do that. But if not, if you're still back in St. Louis, or if you're in Cleveland, or if you're in, Portland, Oregon, whatever, just tune to us right here, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and give us a call. And all 4 of us are going to be there, but we'd love to talk to you here on the show. So it's going to be a great day next Saturday, noon to 6. And a lot of us will be there actually on Friday as well, volunteering in the morning. And then we'll be in the parks, I believe, Friday afternoon. But I will be watching a high school football game Friday night. And then, of course, Saturday night, Bama, Texas, I'll be watching that football game. And, of course, Mizzou, Middle Tennessee State. Lots of stuff going on. So we're going to have a good time tonight talking Disney. 407-413-9395. So I need a new wingman, and that is you. So give me a call with whatever you want to talk about. Just a few stories here that maybe will wet your whistle. Tiana's Place opening up out at Disneyland on September 7th. So in a short 4 days, we have a new place to eat over there in New Orleans Square, and the food looked amazing. Of course, it is kind of Creole, down in the bayou inspired. You got stuff like beignets and gumbo, and I'm kind of hungry again. We had lunch around 12:30, and so I'm starting to get hungry again. But it looks pretty amazing, the food that they have there. So you might want to go by them. I'm trying to get a list of the food here, because Ricky wrote about it over here on the mouseforless.com. But of course, it is sponsored by, or it is inspired by Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. It looks like it's right out of the movie. And I think it looks, of course, I haven't seen it in person yet. I want to get out there to see it again. But I think this is going to be hotter than a firecracker. I mean, I think this is going to be the new Blue Bayou that people are going to want to go by to check out. And I mean, beignets are a huge draw, but I think this will be like beignets on steroids, because you can have, rich food. So savory foods. So I think it's going to be a hit. All right, we have a first call. Obviously you heard it, because I forgot to hit the button on the computer here. So, hey, who's joining us tonight?
Hey, Mike, it's Teresa from Ann Arbor.
Teresa, what's going on? Michigan survived a week without Harbaugh. I mean, they had the salute at the very first play of the game, like he was, wrongly imprisoned, and and they made it through the game.
Did you see that T formation and the 4 up? Yeah, free Harbaugh.
Exactly. We all said a prayer that he would heal quickly from his illness, and he'll be back. We stand. That's so funny.
For sure. But JJ was looking strong, wasn't he, Mike? Did you see the game?
I didn't watch much. I've been flipping around.
Really
yeah, that's it. I don't think you're going to have much trouble your first 3 games. So I think you are okay. I could. Scott Wade and I said we'd each take one of the games, and we'd definitely go 3-0. So we're fine.
Okay. So I have just one comment and 2 quick questions.
Sure.
So I'll go with my comments first. I'm, as you know, T-7 days for the trip that you just planned for us. So I'm super excited. But I'm finding, I was looking into Food and Wine and the booze, and I think it should be renamed Food and Beer now. Because I can't seem to find a whole lot of wine.
See, the thing is, I don't drink very much. So, I really don't drink. I mean, I only drink socially because I've got friends that do. So like I'll have and I don't drink beer. I've never had a beer in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I
don't
like,
either.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand, I've tasted, like I've had like one taste, and it's so sour, so
me either.
I can't do it. And I live in St. Louis. Like, this is the beer town. Like, this is probably like this town in like Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody here drink, it's Anheuser-Busch, so, I swear every kid here, is like born with a beer in their hand, it feels like. And, I was 2 strikes. Like, I don't like the taste of it. And I was born Baptist, so there's no way I was drinking beer. But anyway, so Yeah, I don't notice that stuff as much, but maybe it's probably, I hate to say this. I mean, I was going to talk about this later. It's probably a profit thing. I mean, is beer like, do you
Oh,
make more off
sure.
the top of beer? It's probably easier to distribute. There's probably more of a, probably more of a profit margin on beer, I would
Yeah,
guess.
I got it. I'm a wine fan, but I definitely get it. But I'm looking forward to the booze. I'm the not the booze, the booth, the food. So I'm
Be
looking forward
careful
to
what
that.
you say there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So my two quick questions are, I'm having trouble finding magic bands online. Is there a place at the World that you would recommend where we could pick up magic bands from?
So when was the last time you were down there?
Uh, a little over a year ago.
Oh man, so I've been there recently. Like I was there just like in July. Their magic bands are everywhere, and so that's
Okay.
the thing is I would not sweat getting a magic band because you can get them. I mean, the Emporium has them everywhere. They're at every resort gift shop. They're every major theme park has their. I call it their Emporium, right? The one at the studios right there on the left. Actually, the one that has the magic bands is on the right. It's kind of the old Photoshop or that that one on the right side, the five and dime, I guess it is.
Hmm.
um but yeah, the magic bands are everywhere at Walt Disney World, so I would not worry about like going without a magic band and then just getting one when you get to your theme park or your resort. You'll find, because you'll get way more options. Yeah, because people are having trouble getting them before the trip, but when you get there, I've seen so many. Wouldn't worry about it, and you have way better selection.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I know this may sound like a silly question, but do I need to go to guest services to get them activated, or how does that work?
So I would just tell the cast member at the when you buy it, if they could, and they should be able to, because you're gonna get a key to the world card when you check
Hmm.
in lieu of a magic band. That's what I would do to open your door. Because you can also use,
Yeah.
here's the thing. They're gonna tell you can also use your phone, right? Because the phone does have this little thing that you hold it up, it's RFID, and it'll go, make this little
Yeah.
pixie dust sound. It works, but it doesn't
Yep.
always work. Like my last trip, it never worked. And it's always worked before this. So get the yeah, I'm just practical, right? I'd rather have that thing in my wallet or in my purse or I'm in my pocket and not need it,
Yeah.
because who knows if you're what resort are you staying at again? I forget.
Caribbean Beach.
So do say you're Caribbean Beach and you're hopefully in Jamaica, Aruba, somewhere like that, right? And I mean, that's a great location, but you don't want to have to at 10 o'clock at night after having a rocking day at the Magic Kingdom to get to your door and pull out your phone and it doesn't open the door. You'd rather have that key to the
Yeah.
world card in your pocket and have at least a second chance that it opens up and that, until you have your magic band, which you should have. But yeah, just ask the cast member at the checkout. They should be able to take that key and be able to figure it out. If not, you could do it back at your room. Like if you just gotta, but have a cast member do it. It is a pain in the butt because the numbers are super
Okay.
small. You got to type it into your My Disney Experience account. I mean, I have bad vision, so it's really hard for me to see. The best way to do that, if you're going to, that the hack I've learned is to take a picture with your phone so you can then just zoom in on your picture. Because I used to just try to look at it like on the backside of the Magic Band, and then I saw somebody take a
Uh huh.
picture, and then with the picture, you can zoom in, right, and make it really, and it's, you're not
Good
having to
idea.
like look at it so hard. The picture's easier to read.
Great
So
idea.
yeah, but let them do it. You're paying all that money for the Magic Band. I mean,
Thank you.
make it.
Thank
So
you.
let me ask you this, Teresa. So what are you looking forward to? Your 7 days out. Is there a certain like Scott and I were talking because we're going down Thursday for the Give Kids World thing, and we only get like one
Mhm.
half day in the park. We're going to Epcot on Thursday afternoon to just to get some snacks, and we're excited to go to the Hawaii booth to try out all the Hawaii foods. But
Yeah.
is there anything like you're
Me
really looking
too.
forward to?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you looking forward to that?
Well, I will say that what I'm most excited about, and what my third question, what creates the most anxiety for me, is the Tron virtual queue or getting on Tron. I've never been. I'm. You were really anxious to try that ride, and for whatever reason, I just have a lot of anxiety about how we're going to get on there.
So okay, that I like here. I don't like that you're gonna have anxiety over it, but I think you'll get the virtual queue. But are you willing to pay for the individual lightning lane if circumstances don't work with you where you don't get the virtual queue?
Yeah, absolutely. If I can't get a virtual queue, I'll pay for it because I've never been on it, and that's kind of that's one of the reasons why we're going down.
Yeah, it's you're totally fine then. Let your anxiety go away. If you're willing to buy it, you're gonna get on it. Uh, I hate to say that because I am superstitious and I shouldn't have said that out loud. But I truly think you'll get on it because we got on it. And it was the season we were there in the summer was busier than what you're gonna see when you're down there next week. Um, yeah,
Mhm.
I think you'll be fine. Are you going the day you're going to the Magic Kingdom? Is it a party day or non-party day?
It's a non-party day, and we're hopping to the second half of the day, which is kind of why I'm worried about it.
Okay, hop into the second part of the
So
day.
we're park hopping, and in the morning we're going to be at Epcot. After 2, we're going to be at Magic Kingdom.
Okay. I still think you're fine too, though. If you are willing to go with the backup to buy the individual lightning lane, I think you'll be fine. Because I mean,
Okay.
lately it's been
Okay. Cool.
trending where as I've been looking, the virtual queue has been staying open longer and longer. So it's
Uh huh.
trending in the right direction, or I should say, in your favor to get the virtual queue. So, and like I said, we got it in the dead of summer, over the 4th of July holiday. So I think and the thing is, how to use the system more than 95% of the people that are going to be trying to get it. So if anybody has an advantage, it's you. And I'm just saying because you are in
Thank
the
you.
know, you are going to be you're going to be prepared. Your phone's going to be in the right. You're not going to be hunting around, pecking around. It's 7 o'clock. You're going to be ready to rock. Where some people might be like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. I should probably open up the My Disney Experience app. Well, game over.
Yeah.
Like, you're done.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
Well,
I
I
think you're gonna be
appreciate the
fine.
vote of confidence. That makes me feel better.
No, I believe in you. I believe in you because you're invested and you're excited about it a week out, and I can't wait to hear what you think of it. It's a neat experience. It really is. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. People say you keep hearing that it's too short, but I mean, I think it's that I'm getting older. Like, I think it's just right. Like, I don't need to be on something forever. Like, I got a thrill.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Let's go. Next thing. It
Same.
was fun.
Same.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the other thing I'm really excited about is the last trip report that you did was the woman who ran the races and went down with her best friend
Hmm.
and sister-in-law and her friend. That that whole trip kind of spoke to me. I don't run the races, but she talked about I'm going to Sebastian's for the first time at Caribbean Beach, and so I'm super excited about that. She loved that. I am going to go to Animal Kingdom for the second half of the day instead of the first half. I've always rope drop in Animal Kingdom, and I'm not going to this time. So she was really reassuring that worked out well. So I was super excited to hear that trip report.
Yeah, you're exact. So I've been to Sebastian's and I loved it. The thing is, it's shockingly small on the inside. Like I thought it was going to be huge, like Ohana, for some reason, and it feels a lot like Ohana, but it feels really, quaint on the inside. The food is she was exactly right. The food is great. The rolls are amazing, but I'm a roll connoisseur. Like I go to Texas Roadhouse and I know I'm not fancy. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
totally just I'm plain. I'm so plain and cheap. But I love Texas Roadhouse rolls. In their rolls, the bread that they bring out with the service outstanding. And so I like that. And yeah, when she mentioned hopping to Animal Kingdom, I have never done that. And
Never.
I've been going to Magic, I've been
No,
going to Walt Disney World
never.
for 20 years with Animal Kingdom open and have never gone the opposite way. I always go there first thing and I'm out by like noon at the latest. I never go the opposite way. And that's such a great hack. So I want to see if it works.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, Teresa. Well, hey, I wish you safe travels, great weather, and just an
Thank
amazing
you.
time. I just want you to have the best time ever.
And thank you for doing that so fast for me. I've never planned a trip in 2.5 weeks, and you just on point. I really appreciate it.
Oh, hey, I appreciate the support because without your support, I couldn't do this show. And I hope you guys always, everybody that's listening, and especially you, Teresa, know that this is my fun thing. I get so much joy out of getting to do the podcast, and I couldn't do it without the support of everybody over
Mhm.
at the Magic for Less. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, you have a good
Bye.
one and safe travels. Maybe so
Thank
what day do you get? Do you get there Sunday?
Yes, that's what I was going
Dang,
to ask. I would love to come see you on Sunday. Are you
I'm
still
flying out in the morning.
um Oh, flying out in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying
Well,
to get
maybe
it.
we'll cross paths at the airport.
Maybe, hey, look for me because yeah, my flight's like at 10 in the morning or something. I'm trying to get home so I can work Friday, Sunday afternoon. You know, got to get back to the real world. And you see, I'm one of those people. I'm
Wow.
again super practical, right? I want to get home Sunday afternoon so that my Mondays are my busy day. So I'm trying to get home so I can like
Yeah.
get things, you know, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, so Monday's not horrific. You know, if you roll in at 10 o'clock at night on Sunday, then Monday is just awful. So I try to catch an early
Well,
flight.
I'm not at all hoping that you have a delay, but we come in just before 10, so I might see you.
Okay. Hey, look for me. I'm easy to find. I'm a tall dude that's just wandering, and Scotty G is riding over to the airport with me, so we'll be together.
All right. Sounds awesome.
Teresa, have a good one. Thanks. Good to
you.
talk to you. Happy Labor Day. Have a good day off tomorrow, hopefully.
You too.
All righty. Hope to see you in the
Bye-bye.
week. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. Aaron is bringing up a good point because the virtual queue is at 1 o'clock. And if you're hopping at 2, that I forgot about that. So yeah, Teresa might have to get the individual lightning lane. Thank you there, Aaron. I didn't think about that because, again, when you're on the air, sometimes you don't think of all the facts. Kim has a question here. I'm flying down in a couple of weeks on Breeze to MCO. I'm taking the Mears transfer to All-Star Sports. I'll fly home on Monday. What time do I need to leave the resort for a 12:05 flight? I've never flown before, and I'm excited and nervous. Let's see. So you're leaving... So if you're trying to get, here's my deal. I still use the Magical Express rule. 3 hours before my flight, I head to the airport. Just because you never know about traffic and you never know about how long it's going to take to get through TSA. If it was good enough for Magical Express, it's good enough for me. And if I get there super early, I get to get Chipotle. That's my rule. I say 3 hours early. If you're looking for like leaving your resort post trip to get back to the airport 3 hours, if that's what your question was, and I think that's what it was. All right, we have our next call from the 616 area code. Hey, who's joining us?
Yeah, this is Sean from the Mitten. It's Michigan night.
What's going on? Yeah, this is. So are you Sparty or you Wolverine?
I gotta say, go blue. Sorry, Scotty G.
Man, we got 2 for 2 here tonight. The Scott leaves and the state turns maize and gold.
Yeah, I saw the free Harbaugh stuff. I mean, I don't know how you free someone from a self-imposed.
That's what I was wondering.
But, you know.
That's why I was trying to ensue to Teresa without being too rude, because I know Mizzou's probably done some kind of cringy stuff in the past too. But I'm like, dude, the guy doesn't have an illness. You know, like, should we be praying for the guy? I mean, he kind of lied, but what can we do? It wasn't just a hamburger, apparently. But anyway, this could be the college football show, but we're not going to do that today. So what's up?
I'm just calling. Just want to give a mini trip report.
Absolutely.
A couple weeks ago, we did the father-daughter trip.
Yes, let's hear about it,
So
man. Because those are special for me.
So it's different when you've got an over 21 daughter. So I do now too. So that kind of changes our trips when we go. But it was a triple first for us, which was fun. We stayed at the Grand Flow, which even with the construction was awesome. We had never stayed there before. I rode Tron for the first time. My daughter's ridden it a couple times on trips that I wasn't on, but my word of advice, don't do it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, because I was heading for a Sprite right after that ride. It was super cool, but it hit me hard.
So obviously you can't do Guardians of the Galaxy then. No way.
I've done it once, and I'm like you. I'm happy I did it. I got September as the song.
Yep.
But I'll probably never ride it again. It was cool, but it was rough. It was a rough night for me after that.
I was gonna say, if Tron gets you, don't do Guardians. No, because I can do Tron, but that's it. That's my 10 out of 10. Like that tips the scale for me. So yeah, but I'm glad you have now, how did your daughter get to go all these times, but you didn't? What's up? You got that's not fair.
They had a girls trip at spring break that I stayed home for. It was just my wife, her, my sister-in-law, and our niece who had just graduated from high school. So they did a girls trip. So that she rode Tron a couple times on that trip.
Okay.
So it was a lot of firsts for me, because I hadn't seen Happily Ever After since it's been back. So we made that a priority. Saw that twice, once kind of closer in the hub, and then once further back so we could see the projections on Main Street. That was, I loved it before, but with the projections on Main Street, it's still pretty cool.
I agree.
Even though it's not as detailed as it is on the castle, but that was cool to see that. We went to our first Halloween party, which was candy overload. And, you know, I let my daughter pick out the costume. So we went, she wanted to be Jane from Tarzan, and I was her dad. And I had to look up her name because I had so many people asking me, who are you? Hi, Jane. And they would call me hi, Dad, or hi, Professor. And I had to look up his name, and his name was Archimedes. So that was my trivia for the night.
Wow, that's a deep cut for a costume for the party. Yeah. I like it.
And then dressing for the safari in August in Florida, my clothes didn't breathe very well. They weren't dry fit, so they were pretty moist when we got back after the party because it was smoking hot the whole week. I mean, we got lucky. The all that tropical stuff that was going on in the Gulf basically kept all the rain out of Florida that week. We didn't see a drop of rain, and then we get home to Michigan, and that hurricane hit. So I mean, we were blessed that we didn't see any rain, but it was hot. Melted chocolate, you know, trick or treating to get melted chocolate was fun. But we just took advantage of it. It was a more relaxed trip, which I enjoyed. We weren't go. We slept in a couple of days, came back and took a nap one afternoon. Took advantage of the deluxe after hours that they do at Epcot and Magic Kingdom because I'd never seen Epcot Forever, so we did that one night. So they were open from 9 to 11, so we did Epcot Forever right at 9, and we went back to Remy. Did that with maybe a 20-minute wait. Walked over to Frozen for maybe a 15-minute wait, and then did Test Track at the end of the night. So we got three big rides in Epcot Forever in those 2 hours, and then just took the monorail back. So that was if you get a chance, if you're staying at a deluxe resort and you're a night owl, then take advantage of those because it was cooler, and we got on 3 e-ticket rides in an hour and a half after Epcot Forever.
Yeah, I was supposed to say it probably was a lot more comfortable than during the day too, because it was so dang hot there for a couple of weeks. Man, like, because the heat index was like 105, 110 there for the time you were there.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was sweaty.
But see, that is the bonus though. I mean, besides the like deluxe, you know, evening hours that they have occasionally for the guests that are staying deluxe, but being in a resort like a beach club, yacht club, boardwalk, Grand, Poly, Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge, whatever, we have proximity to a theme park that you can so easily go back and just get out of the, you know, take a nap or change clothes or go to the pool. I mean, you can do this by getting on a bus and going to Pop Century too. I mean, it's not that big of a deal either, but that when it is that oppressively hot, Scott and I were talking about this, I think on Friday's show, we did that odds makers, and like to stay in the park from like 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. in August, like, I mean, that's almost like a survivor challenge. So to me, you know, I mean, some people can do it, and like, I guess that's like a fun day. I mean, that takes a special kind of person, in my opinion, because I don't have the stamina at this point. I can't do it.
No, me neither. No, I think you had talked about it on one of the previous podcasts, but maybe when you did your 4th of July trip, we tried and I'm going to butcher the name, is it Baumkuchen?
The big donut.
The tree bread.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is in Epcot there. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I'm getting one on Thursday, or no, Friday, because Friday after we volunteer, we're going over to Epcot, and that's one because they have a Black Forest version, I think now. Is that what you got? The Black Forest one?
So we saw they had the option, like the covered in chocolate. Well, we just got the regular, whatever, if it has a specific name. But yeah, we saw the Black Forest and we watched them make it. And I took some video. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we watched. I don't know why we did this. I guess because it was so hot when we were down there in July. We stood there and watched them make that thing for 45 minutes. Like they were because we were filming it and everything and like putting it on social media, and they were bowing for us and like waving to us, and they were putting on a show for us, because I guess we told them probably they've never had anybody hang out for 45 minutes and watch them create this thing, because, you know, like where you watching, like they tally every time they do a layer on that thing. Like there's a tally board, so they don't miss one because I guess there's 15 layers to the thing or something. I mean, it's a process. But it was really interesting. We read the whole story. Like we went online and found out where the other machines are. I mean, we were into this. I guess because we just didn't want to go out in the heat. I mean, that's what
I'll have to go
we're also talking about. Like that's
go
what you
back
do.
and look at my video.
Yeah, I mean that's
Oh,
what you
sorry,
do
go
like
ahead.
when you have an annual pass, right? Because I mean we didn't have any
Right.
urgency to go on any like we've been on Soarin' a bunch of times. We've been on Test Track. We've never seen this. Let's watch them make this big old 7-foot long donut, and then we're gonna get a piece of it. It was fun. It was old school Epcot, is what it was.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at my video, see if I didn't see the tally board. Maybe I recorded them doing it, but I just missed it. But
Oh, dude, maybe
yeah, it was
maybe
tasty.
they're
It was
maybe
fun
they're
to watch and
yeah.
tasty.
Maybe they're cheating because I mean they had a little dry erase board, and every time you do it, he go put a. You know what he did? It was reverse. When they started a new one, he put 15 tallies, and then every time he did the dip or whatever, put a new he'd wipe one off with his finger, and then once they were all gone, he knew he was done. That's what it was. Yeah, because I thought that was pretty ingenious. Anyway, we're talking about a big donut, but it was pretty cool.
That's right. But we love it. I mean, there's so much food down there. I mean, you just follow because it happened to be World Princess Week the week we were there. So like every resort you go to and every theme park had like 20 new different snacks and all this kind of stuff. It's like I could just eat. I mean, we were so full every night, and we canceled some dining reservations just because like we couldn't eat anymore. I mean, you had talked a lot about the Hawaii booth, and that's one of my daughter's favorites. And I think it opened the week we were there, so she had to get that Kahlua pork slider or whatever. Yep. She's like, I got to get one no matter what the line is. And we got the time. We're in no rush.
Yeah, same. That's exactly. I want that. And actually, I want to try the Spam thing. I've never had Spam. I mean, so, while you're at Food and Wine,
I miss
why
the
not?
Spam. Yeah, I've never had Spam too, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah, apparently Spam's a big thing in Hawaii.
Oh, is that at the Hawaii booth as well?
Yeah, there's like a Spam something or other. I don't know. I saw some article online. Who knows? Like I'm there without my family. I'm there with my boy Scotty G. So this is my chance to get Spam because my family would not eat Spam. They'd be like, heck no.
They're not signing off on a Spam dinner.
Heck no, they're not getting Spam, but I will. So I'm going for it. Totally.
Another thing I stumbled upon was at Hollywood Studios. We went there one morning, and we love our Mickey waffles, and we found blueberry Mickey waffles at Hollywood Scoops. They only serve them in the morning. They're not even on the menu. I just seen like a Instagram reel or something like that where they were talking about blueberry. And I love blueberry waffles. I love blueberry pancakes, anything blueberry. So I'm like, I'm going to go in line. I got in line, and these people are ordering ice cream for breakfast. And I walk up, I'm like, do you got blueberry Mickey waffles here? She's like, oh yeah. And it comes with whipped cream and strawberries. That was a good way to start the morning when my daughter was in line at Starbucks. I knew I had 20 minutes to kill because she had to have her coffee, and I'm like, well, I got to get my blueberry waffles then. And that was just something dumb I saw online. Got to try that. Then we walked over and stumbled upon the Mando and Grogu. It's not really a meet and greet. He just kind of comes out, wanders around for 20 minutes with a big crowd, and goes back in. So it was cool. That was cool as well. So yeah, like I said, a lot of firsts. It was a fun week.
So, and really it's about making memories with your kid, right? Because as they get older, and like you said, your daughter's getting older, and like we got surprised. Paige came home this weekend on Friday night. We were 3 hours away at a high school football game, and she surprised us and came home for the weekend because she won't be home again until Christmas because basketball season starts. And, people that have, I don't know if I've been watching TV and Disney's running this commercial, which I think is their best kind of commercial again, where they used to run that commercial that said they're only little for a little while, and as a dad, that is like wrecks me. And now there's one, I think that the tagline is something like the slipper only fits for a bit or something like that. That's kind of the last line.
Oh no.
Yeah. And throughout the commercial, it says, I got to remember like this, how my little boy's grin is when he sees his favorite character. And I got to remember the sound of that giggle, because it'll be gone before you know it. And it's one of those things that, when you're in it and the kid is 5, 6, 7, it's so busy. The kid is so demanding of your time, everything, you're just constantly picking up after your child. You're constantly like, they demand your attention 24/7. But then when you get to the point where we are, right, where like my youngest is almost 16, my oldest is 20, going to be 27. Man, when you get a chance to go to a place like Walt Disney World with them for like 4 or 5 days or 2 days or whatever you get, every hour that you get to spend with them is just so special. It's amazing, and you can just really catch up. I
Absolutely.
mean, because you just never get that time together in the real world. It's so I'm glad you got that because that's really cool.
Yeah, it was a blessing that we could do that together. Now she's in grad school in Arizona, so yeah, being in Michigan with her being in Arizona, it's the few and far between, just like you have. You get to see her. It's around holidays or her breaks, and she'll be graduating next year. And I think she was asked. We were talking a little when we were down there about graduation presents and that kind of stuff. She's like, "Oh, when I graduate, what are you going to get me?" And we've never been on a Disney cruise, so I mean, I know we're a couple years out, but I'll probably be reaching out to you for some guidance on a Disney cruise, because that's one thing we've never done. It's on our bucket list, and I think that would be
that'd be perfect.
Just a great
I mean
family vacation and a great way to celebrate her accomplishments.
Yes. I mean, I'm not trying to sell the Disney cruise, but that would be perfect because again, you'd have that time where you're disconnected from the world. It's just your family, but you have the Disney touch. They take care of you on Disney cruise like no other way. It's my favorite Disney vacation, and you get to make memories. It's like a world experience, but on steroids. It's so great. Yeah, you should, if you can swing that, you will make memories like you wouldn't believe, because our greatest memories have always been on a Disney cruise as a family. So yeah, try that. And you're so right. But I mean, one more thing I want to add to, like, when you go to Walt Disney World with your kind of, older kid, when you don't get to see him as much, it's so funny because standing in a line for an attraction for like 45 minutes isn't such a chore because, with Paige being in Chicago, 45 minutes in line is 45 minutes that I get to talk to my daughter like one-on-one, and we get to catch up on all the stuff when you're living in the same house and they're 15, you kind of know their everyday life, but that's 45 minutes that you get to actually face to face and get to talk and be together. It's not unproductive time. It's time you're together, which is weird because we're always battling. Oh, I don't want to wait in line for 45 minutes. Not that anybody enjoys that, but it's also kind of a blessing at the same time when your kids get older.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we kind of had that our Epcot day, because we had done the deluxe hours the night before. We went back to Epcot, and we spent 2 hours doing the Remy hide and squeak, like the little scavenger hunt. And we just goofed around and, in every pavilion, and it was just no rides, no stress, just walking around, goofing. And we made it just a competition between ourselves on who could find it first. And I was videotaping with my phone just to document everything. And she'd like, "Oh, got it." And then she'd like stare at me like, "I found it. Now you got to find it." Or I'd do the same thing. "Oh, I got it. Now you got to find it." And it was just awesome. It was a great trip.
Man, that makes me so happy because that is what Walt Disney World's about. And I like seeing, elderly couples that their kids are, they're grandparents, right? And they're just there together because they were there in 71 when the parks opened, Magic Kingdom opened, and they're just going back again 50 years later to rekindle whatever, they're in their 70s. I love seeing those folks there, but I love seeing folks like us that, you can tell they have grown up kids now. But at this point of our lives, it's funny because there's so many families that had little kids that now, they're starting their own families, but we still want to take our girls back and our sons back. If I had a son, I'd want to do the same thing, but it is generational, and it's a great place to go and escape the real world for a little bit and spend that special time. So man, what a great trip. I'm glad you guys had fun. I'm glad you had fun at the Grand Floridian. What building did you guys stay in over at the Grand?
We were in the DVC building because we're
Nice.
DVC members. So
Cool.
because I kind of went online and researched, because they just flipped, I think it was Big Pine Key to DVC, but that was more of just a regular hotel room.
Yep.
And the old DVC, the deluxe studios, had the kind of the double bathroom or the split bathroom. And I'm like, she's not going to want to share a bathroom with her dad. So I'm going to make sure, we need 2 baths. I don't care if it's a few extra points a night. We're going to make sure we got 2 baths.
That is a good call. You are a smart guy. Yeah, I would definitely pay extra for a second bathroom with your daughter. Yes. Here, this is yours. This is mine. We're good. Yeah, that's awesome.
She got the nice big glass with the rain thing, and the big shower heads, and I got the old tub and the shower curtain. And I'm like, that's fine. That's all I need.
As it should be. I mean, the dad gets the bucket, and possibly a Johnny on the spot, and the daughter gets, the Rodeo Drive of restrooms. Man, that's our role as dads. That's what we do.
She gave me the good bed, and I gave her the Murphy bed, so that was the trade-off.
Oh, you won. Whatever. I'll trade a bathroom for a bed at this point in my life. Dude, 10 out of 10. I'm making that trade.
Yeah,
that's awesome. All right, Sean. Hey, I appreciate you spending some time with me this weekend because I needed to. This is just great talking Disney. But I hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and don't be a stranger, man. It's good to talk to you.
Appreciate it. Same to you.
All right. Talk to you. Stay safe. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. 407-413-9395. We have the calls rolling in, and it looks like Kevin is on the line. Kevin, what's going on? Happy Sunday night.
Mike, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Kevin? It's been a while. Good to have you on the phone.
I know. Well, Bob ended early, so I thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, I'm glad Bob cut his show early because it's Labor Day. He shouldn't be laboring too much.
Yeah, really. Yeah. His hair was a mess, though.
I'm glad. Yeah. Maybe I'll see him when I'm down there because he's always over at Give Kids the World, and we'll be down there next week. I know I don't think he's coming over when we're there, but I hope to run into him this weekend.
Nice. I love Scott, but I'm kind of glad that you're by yourself because I could use some Disney planning advice.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, next, I'm going next year, and I might be going with another family, maybe. And whenever we go to all 4 parks. However, we really don't care for Animal Kingdom. We literally go and see 3 things. We see It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Right.
We see Festival of the Lion King, and we go to the Avatar boat ride. Okay, but we might, for certain reasons, I might not even go on the boat ride. So as much as I love Disney, I don't think I could justify going to Animal Kingdom for 2 things. Do you have any recommendations? Like, is there like, I know there's a 1-day park hopper, but is it even like worth it?
No, it's
or
not.
Do I just
No.
skip it all together?
So you called the right week, Kevin, because Scott, his favorite park is Animal Kingdom. So, and we're best friends, but Animal Kingdom is my 4 out of 4. And I like Animal Kingdom, but if I'm going to skip a park, I skip it. And you just actually named, you named some of the things I do the most. I love Festival of Lion King. I love this. I love the safari too. And I also love Navi River Journey, the Pandora boat ride. I love that. I don't do Flight of Passage. Yeah. I occasionally will do Everest, but I don't usually do Everest. So I'm right with you. I do a lot of the same stuff you do. Now I like to eat there because I like Satuli Canteen. I like Flame Tree. I like Yak and Yeti. They have good food.
Okay.
They have good food.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're talking like two or 3 things that you like, I would skip it. Maybe you just skip it this time and go next time. Just go every other trip.
Mean, and like we've been there so many times. I mean, it's one of the things. And also, I'm trying to convince the people I live with. I'm trying to convince them to go for 2 weeks. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm trying to convince them to do that. So my point is, if I skip Animal Kingdom, that'll give me more time to relax in the in the resort. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
totally. Yeah, it's but 2 weeks. So how many days are you going to get on your tickets if you're going for 2 weeks?
Um, Probably like, well, if I don't go to Animal Kingdom, probably like 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Or
yeah.
unless we go like Epcot twice and maybe MGM Studio. Yes, I still call it MGM Studio. Deal
Yeah,
with it. But unless I go to MGM
I
Studio twice,
I gave you the bell because I like when people call it
that's
MGM. That's classic. I like that.
exactly, yeah.
That makes me
And
happy.
it's funny because every time we go to MGM, we go to Holly, the Bob Doobie for dinner.
I've
But dang it, ever ever since you and Scott talked about the grilled cheese ABC concierge,
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna try it now.
I've never been to Brown Derby. Never. Well, one because I'm cheap, and
You're
it's
kidding.
no because it's signature, and I'm cheap. Okay, so there's your big
Well,
reason.
so am I, but yeah.
And you're not as cheap as me apparently because you've been there a bunch of times. And it doesn't seem like it's like there's a gimmick to it, right? If I'm going to pay all that money, like I need like a big fish tank or I
Oh,
don't know,
God.
something like
All
characters.
right.
What's good there? I mean, what gets you coming back?
We could like the ambiance. I mean, have you ever been inside of it?
I haven't.
Or
I sneak into the restrooms there occasionally. That's it.
or okay, because what's cool is as soon as you go in, they have like a book, and in the book is all these famous celebrities signing their like autograph on a piece of paper. So you got all these old like celebrities that you can look at their signatures. I mean, I know that probably not a selling point for you,
Yeah, I'm not a big
but I think
celebrity guy,
it's
but
cool.
I mean, if I
And
saw your name in there, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm not a
or
big movie
Bob's.
star guy.
I mean,
Or Bob, yeah, or Bob. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, but what do you eat at MGM?
50s prime time usually.
Do you? See,
Yeah.
I wanted to try that because I'm big into meatloaf
Yep.
and mashed potatoes. I love that kind of food, so I would love to go there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe if I skip Animal Kingdom, maybe I could go to MGM twice and and try 50's Primetime Cafe.
Yeah, you should try it. I like sci-fi too, but 50s prime time's good, and especially if you like. I mean, because they have a sampler that has meatloaf, it has pot roast and fried
Yeah,
chicken with
really.
mashed potatoes and green beans,
Yeah,
and that's really good because you get kind of a. It reminds me. I mean, it's exactly what the restaurant's supposed to be. It reminds me of the stuff my grandma used to make. My grandma used to make that kind of food
really.
all the time. My
Yeah,
grandma was a great cook, and it tastes.
but
My grandma's been gone now for like 12 years, and it reminds me very much of what my grandma cooked. And it's just
Mm.
when I'm eating it, I feel like I'm back, at 1020 Harrison where my grandma used to live. And so it makes me happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
See,
it's nice.
And also, we ate at the other place you said
Sci-fi.
the sci-fi, and I thought it was dark, like inside. I don't know if that's what you saw, but I thought it was very dark inside, and we did not like that.
Yeah, it puts me to sleep, but I mean, that's also kind of good sometimes because my wife needs a
Well,
break. So
if you're sleeping, don't choke.
that's true. That's true. Well,
Come on, Blake.
so sometimes my wife tries to choke me on vacation. She can't, after 4 or 5 days, she's just like,
I can do that.
yeah. I mean, it's, she can't help it.
I
I
can
tell
do
her she gets the Patreon experience for free all the time. And she says, can I pay extra to not get the Patreon experience all the time? And I tell her, no, you signed up for this when we got married. This is what you get. So it's a rough life.
It doesn't work, does it?
It's a rough life. All right, well, hey, Kevin, I'm going to roll because I'm trying to get one more call in here before the top of the hour. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I would skip Animal Kingdom, do one of the other parks twice. But give us a call next Sunday, but because give us a call on Saturday though if you have a chance, because we'll be on the air for 6 hours and I'll be needing calls for 6 hours. That's gonna be a long show.
Who are you doing it with? By yourself?
No, all 4 of us are going to be there. It's going to be like a regular show, but all 4 of us taking calls for 6 hours. And we'll have people there like Pam Landworth from Give Kids World is going to come on with us. We're going to have some other special guests too.
What time is it?
Noon to 6.
What time to start?
Noon to 6 Eastern.
Okay, I'll try to remember that.
Yeah,
thank you,
don't watch too much football. All right, see you, Kevin. Have a good one, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I hate that sound. All right, our last call of the night. Hey, who's joining us? Hello, caller. Wait, did I hang up? I did. Caller, call back because I hit the wrong button. I hung up on Kevin and the next caller, which was, I believe, from the 412 area code. Hang on. Hit that, and that. We're set again. So give us a call, 407-413-9395. My apologies for that. But Kevin, yes. And I know we have a lot of folks who love Animal Kingdom. And I don't have a thing against Animal Kingdom, but I'm just one of those people that doesn't have to go to Animal Kingdom every single trip. When I go there, I have a great time. I say that every time. When I go there, I'm like, this is fun. I have a good time. Here it is. Sorry. This is the person I hung up on. All right. Hey, last call of the evening. Hey, who's joining us?
Hi, Mike. It's Ian from Pittsburgh.
Hey.
I heard you. I'm from the 412 area code. So.
Yep. And sorry for hanging up on you there. I'm not too slick on the phone.
I want to congratulate you on the Mizzou win.
Thank you. We are in first place at the SEC currently, which we are very proud.
Well, I was cheering for Auburn yesterday, but I was also our family cheers for Mizzou because of you.
Well, we appreciate that. We'll take any kind of fandom and fan cheering that we can take. And Hugh Freeze with a big win. I watched that one this morning. Some of the highlights on SEC final. So I like his hair.
Freeze warning in Auburn.
Yeah, the Hugh Freeze hair over the visor. Interesting look. And then I saw that he was throwing the toilet paper in Toomer's corner there and struggled apparently, but finally in the end got it. So I was proud of that.
That's right. I think we're the only school that toilet papers are own, our own school. So, but
I appreciate
that's a cool thing.
That's gotta love the SEC. We have weird traditions and we're proud of them. So there you go.
That's right. That's right. Hey, so here's my question. I do want to donate to the Give Kids the World, and my husband, our whole family, we're all listeners, and he said, you need to call Ricky, get some donations into Ricky. But so my question to you is, when you go out, what are you going to try out? What are you and Scotty going to try for food and wine? And are you going to get the pickle milkshake?
So I am not, Scott and I've talked about this. I am not getting the pickled milkshake based on principle. Here's the thing. I am not an influencer, and I am not getting the pickled milkshake because the pickled milkshake is a sucker item to get people to get it, to post it on Instagram. That thing has got to be gross. I mean, a pickle.
I agree.
People, it's a pickle milkshake. It does not. Pickles and milkshakes do not go together. I mean, you can say. Here's the thing. Okay, they had a media. And this is just a little, inside baseball. But if you put two and two together, anybody with a common sense can figure this out. They had a social media event before Food and Wine started, where they had all the people come down, and everything's free at those things, right? The reviews of the pickle milkshake were, this thing isn't too bad. When you're getting this stuff for free and Disney's paying you to go in and you're saying it isn't too bad, that means it's terrible, but you don't want to say anything negative. No, I'm not spending my money on that thing. It's a sucker bet. I'm going to get stuff that's good because I'm paying for it. Yeah, no, I'm pass.
I agree. I personally hate pickles. I have a friend, she's a Plan Disney friend, and she did a podcast out there for Plan Disney. She said the best of the fest were the pickle fries. So I'll trust her on that. I don't like pickles. I'll try the pickle fries.
Yeah, but, I could do pickle fries because I could see that's more like a flavoring on a savory item, right? I mean, that's not as far of a stretch.
Is good.
Yes, amen. Yes, I'm from the Midwest. Yes, you fry it, I'll try it. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. You fry it, I'll try it. There you go. Yes.
Do you have another item that you're looking at that sounds good to you?
Well, so Scott and I've talked.
I'm going out there in October.
So, I mean, I haven't really looked at all the menus, but I did want to try the Hawaii booth because I have not ever tried the Hawaii booth, and they had those Kahlua or sliders, the pork sliders.
You talked about the Spam, but yeah, the Kahlua sliders, I've had those, and they are very solid. I think you would like them. If you like pulled pork, I think you would like those, and I will definitely get that.
Yeah, I love pulled pork. I mean, that's a rocking item for me. So the Spam, I mean, it's that. Here's the thing: like when I go to a Food and Wine booth, I like to, if one item draws me into a Food and Wine booth, I will try an adjacent item at that booth. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go there for the Spam slide or the Kahlua sliders, and they have a Spam thing, I'm like, I'm here. Let's try it. And I saw that on the menu, so I'm going to try it. I've never had Spam. So, I mean, what else am I like? I don't want to go to the grave never having tried Spam. So I will try it. And I thought, okay, I'll give that a try. I was talking with Sean. I want to try that Black Forest Baumkuchen from up in Creations.
Yes. I love that story about you and Scotty watching the cake being made. Oh
my God. We watched it for 45 minutes. It was ridiculous. It was so hot that day. But it was so interesting. It was like back in the day in Interventions when they would have a demonstration on Segways or something, 15 years ago. Right. It was weird. We looked, we're like, we have spent 45 minutes in here watching them make a 7-foot long donut that has 50 layers.
When you go to Disney enough, that's what it's about. It's not about the rides. It's about, the little things.
Yeah. And we had a blast. I mean, we loved it. And the cast members played up to us, like up to the glass. And like we asked a couple of questions, like we'd type it because there was a thick glass. So you really couldn't talk to them. But like, I can't remember, like Elizabeth or somebody, Scott's wife, like typed a little note. We had a question, typed a note into her notes app on her phone. And we held it up to the glass. And then they wrote a note on a piece of paper and held it up to the glass with the answers. So we knew, because we were kind of confused with what they were doing. I mean, it was, because the thing is, I think they got it. The cast members got excited because they're probably doing a pretty mundane task of making this pastry, but we probably made their day because we're shooting selfies with them, and we were actually cheering them on, like when they would put the toppings on. I mean, it was probably the rowdiest crowd they've had making one of those in a little while.
Well, that's what it's all about. Epcot's my favorite park, and it's those little things that you notice that it can make your day.
Yeah, we weren't in a hurry. We were on vacation. We were just there to enjoy the day and to enjoy each other's company, and that's what we did.
Well, one of my favorite things about Food and Wine is I think it's called the Flavors from Fire booth, and there's like some chips, and then they do like some cheese curds and some corned beef. I don't know if you've ever had that. That's pretty good though. If you've never had that, I think you should try that.
Now, where's that?
I think it's called Flavors from Fire, but they change it every year.
I have had.
I don't know if it's different this year.
I've gone there now. Well, I don't know if it was Food and Wine because I get them all confused now because you got Festival of the Arts and you got Flower and Garden. There was a booth that was like ESPN. It was like sports food.
Well, I think that's
what Flavors
it was.
of Fire?
And
okay.
that's no longer there. And but I think it's called Flavors from Fire now. And so if you haven't tried it, I think you should try it.
I'm in because we went up to Wisconsin 2 years ago for Mallory to cheer up in the Dells, and I got introduced to cheese curds. And then one of our
You
listeners
would
came
like it
down.
then.
Oh, I love cheese curds. I mean, you got to watch. Like, I could eat so many cheese curds. I got to be careful. I'd be huge. But I love those. So yeah, I'm all about that kind of stuff. But yeah, and I have some in the refrigerator right now from one of our listeners who came down from Wisconsin and met us for Mexican about a month ago.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah,
story. I
Trisha.
remember that.
Shout out Trisha for the cheese
There's
curds.
also yes. And there's also another dish there. I've heard that there's like some sort of dessert there, and it has barbecue potato chips, and I feel like that would also be up your alley.
Oh
So
yeah.
I would love to hear your reviews because I'm going in October, and I want to know what to get.
We will try those. Scott and I will be on it. So we'll go to Flavors of Fire. We'll go to Hawaii. Because we're just going to kind of wander around because we have Friday afternoon, and then that's kind of our day for. And then I think the guy from Ghostbusters is playing it Friday night at in the the concert. So we might go check that out for a little bit.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, Ray Parker Jr. I think he has more than one hit. I hope.
Oh yes.
I hope it's
Well,
not just Ghostbusters.
I'm Gen X, so I know how
Yeah.
I like him too. Yes, he's great.
We'll see how that. I was hoping it was somebody. I mean, I'd be honest, hoping it was somebody with a little bit more, a few more hits, but you take what you can get. Because Saturday night, of course, we're doing 12 to 6, and then Mizzou plays Saturday night plus Bama, Texas. So I don't think I'm going to a park. I'm gonna find a TV somewhere. I'd
You're all
probably
about
go to
college
Rick's.
football. We know how you are.
I
And
know.
which resort are you staying at?
We're staying at Coronado because of Rick's.
Oh, well, we like
Rick's Cafe.
Coronado.
Yeah, it's got a good place to watch football. Because Thursday night, we're getting there Thursday afternoon because we volunteer early Friday morning at the Village, and Thursday afternoon's the kickoff for the NFL season. And Scott's a Lions fan, and the Lions play the Chiefs Thursday night on the NFL kickoff game. So
oh no,
yeah, so we're watching the NFL game Thursday.
You're not a Chiefs fan though.
No, I'm not an NFL fan, to be honest. I mean, I can take NFL or leave NFL because
I'm a sort of a Steeler fan because I live in Pittsburgh, but I understand.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost 2 NFL teams in St. Louis in my lifetime, so I'm kind of
right,
a little bitter. Even though my dad works for the Rams, right? So that kind of little tension there,
right? Well, well, if I can offer one suggestion, I know you've never been to Three Bridges. You have to go there.
You think it seems too fancy? You think though? I'll trust you.
No, I know you don't like fancy things. It's not that fancy. You have to try the corn dip.
Okay.
And they have a cheese dip too. It's a cheese and I think it has some meat in it, but the corn dip is great. That's my favorite. And it comes with some corn chips and you can get margaritas. I like the sangria flight. I know I'm with Pam there. You can get a sangria flight. We got that. My husband and I split it and there's 3 sangrias and you can try which one you like the best. But I think you can get a margarita there too. So I think sangria flight, the corn dip, you need to try that.
This is happening in about 4 days. I will trust you, and I will get that dip, and I will get
It is not fancy.
No,
it's not too fancy. We also like the Dahlia Lounge. That's a little bit fancy. So try Three Bridges. I think that's more up your alley.
Yeah, that's I've wanted to go there, but then I've looked at the menu. I'm like, because we were there in July, and I was like,
it's
yeah,
good.
I will.
It's very good.
I will, because we balked at it in July. I was there with my family. We were there 2 days before the cruise. Didn't have theme park tickets. We're like,
I remember.
I know.
I remember that. So we want to hear on your podcast. We want to hear a review of the Food and Wine. What you try the Kahlua slider, and then whatever else you get the Flavors from Fire, and then tell us about the Three Bridges. I'm looking forward to hearing about both of those.
You will hear about it on the Saturday call-in show next Saturday because we have 6 hours to kill. So it'll happen in less than a week.
And then go Mizzou.
Yes, MIZ.
That's right.
No. I got to teach you. I got to educate the masses. Anytime a Mizzou fan tells you MIZ, the correct response is ZOU. So let's practice.
I was say I couldn't spell quite right, but I was trying to calculate in my head. ZOU.
Okay, good. We're walking down the street, and I see Ian. We're in Pittsburgh, and we're both wearing black and gold because maybe you have Steelers colors on or something, or it's just what you're issued. It's what you're issued when you're born in Pittsburgh. And so we're walking down the street towards each other. I give you a little MIZ.
ZIU.
No, it's Z. It's no, we're ZOU. Is you gotta spell it right. We gotta make sure. Okay, yeah, we gotta. Okay, we gotta do this again. Okay, see, no, it's my teacher thing. I gotta make sure we do this right. Okay, we got reinforcement here. Okay,
do it again.
here we go. MIZ.
ZOU.
God bless you. I love it. That's awesome. Ian, you have a great weekend. Hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. It's so good to talk to you.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, exactly. And go Tigers. I hate to say that, man, because I'm a Bama fan, but go Tigers too.
Well, go Tigers. That's right.
That's right.
That's always the right answer.
That's right. And LSU's playing right now against the ACC team.
I grew up in Louisiana, so I like LSU too. All Tigers are good.
That's right. And I have a former student who's a defensive coach for the LSU Tigers. God, I'm so old. It's kind of sad. Yeah.
You're younger than me, so you're not allowed to say that.
I just can't believe
that.
Okay. It's one of my students. He's on staff with Coach Kelly. He was a fifth grader in my class. It's what happened. Anyway, have a good one. Good talking to you.
You too.
All right.
Too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Labor Day.
All righty.
Right,
hopefully
bye-bye.
Talk to you next Saturday. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Hey, that was a lot of fun. No Scotty G, but we had lots of calls, and yeah, we made the most of it. So one more time, please join us this Saturday, noon to 6 Eastern. Give us a call. We're going to be on the air for 6 straight hours, noon to 6 Eastern, from Give Kids the World, live on location. Ricky will be there. Scott will be there. Pam will be there. We're going to have special guests. We're going to be auctioning off great items, lounge flies, that wireless Bluetooth speaker that looks like the Disney Wish, one of those Avengers Campus, looks like a spidery guy that you can get over at DCA. We have so many. We have pins. We have collectibles. We have Christmas ornaments. Seriously, just tune in. We're going to have it all on the feed so you can see it right here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. It's going to be a wild day, but it's going to be, just plan to join us between noon and 6 and donate to the Give Kids the World, folks. And it's going to be amazing. 6 hours. We're going to raise as much money as we can for the village. We've raised tens of thousands of dollars over the years and hope to do it again this Saturday. As always, don't forget to join us every Sunday night, except for this coming Sunday. We do the shows 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. All the locations. We'd love to have you give us a call for one of those. We're going to take next Sunday night off because of the live show on Saturday, but I will pick those up 2 weeks from tonight. Show is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check them out for all your Disney trip planning needs over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon, and a sincere thank you to the patrons who make all these shows possible. You can support us starting at just $5 a month. You get a lot of shows for that $5 a month, and you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Also follow me on the social media this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I get on the plane Thursday morning, and I'll be tweeting away on Instagram and all that good stuff. So be our guest, Mike. Interact with me because, again, solo trip. I'll be having a good time and talking to you over there on the socials. Be our guest, Mike, Instagram and Twitter. All right. I'm going to jump out of here and maybe go get some pizza. We're in the middle of Labor Day weekend here, and go see the fam. So I hope you do the same. So we'll have a great show for you tomorrow on another feed. It's another fun trip report. So we'll have listener questions on Wednesday and another topical show for you on Friday. So thanks for hanging with me on this Sunday night. We'll do it again on Saturday, 6 straight hours. So be here or be square. So for nobody else with me tonight, I'm just Mike. You guys have a great weekend, a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. All righty, everybody. And Nicola, about that question, I know that some of the items are going to go up tomorrow, I think, on the page. I don't know which page. Just go to Be Our Guest Pod on Instagram or email Ricky. So Ricky, RIKKI at beourguestpodcast.com. She'll let you know, and also look at the Magic for Less's Facebook page. It might be over there. I'm not in charge of the auction. I'm just in charge of the podcast stuff, but I know that they are doing a lot of the stuff I saw in the background. So the auction, I think some of the auction stuff is going to go live tomorrow, Monday. So that's what I saw about an hour ago. Thanks, Kevin. Good talking to you. No worries, William. I know it's a busy weekend. It's the holiday, and I just appreciate everybody that was here. You guys are the best. So you guys take care and go get some barbecue and enjoy. All right, I'm gonna hop upstairs because Paige came home for the weekend, so I'm gonna go see her. Yeah, Nicole, we'll make it happen. Just Ricky's in charge of all the auction stuff. Ricky, so Ricky at BRGuestPodcast.com. All right, out of here. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. And we're doing the shows tomorrow, so join us live, normal times tomorrow afternoon. Okay, love you guys. See you guys. Bye.